Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Pete.
I'm Justin Tyler.
We are still Midtown Comics because they're cool.
We don't ever leave.
That's actually kind of true.
Live where
today,
you want to dream.
We are talking about
All sorts of comics. Amazing Spider-Man number 634. One of two Spider-Man comics that came out on Wednesday. What's the deal? Magdalena number 2 and Mad Hatter, part of the Joker's Asylum project they're working on over at DC. Nope.
That's what we're talking about first.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Yes. We're talking about Amazing Spider-Man, the beginning of the Grim Hunt. And like any hunting trips, you always start with a 6-pack of beer.
Unless, in this case, if you're not feeling well, don't hunt. Just stay inside, guys. That's the message.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Grim Hunt. This ought to be. No, it's not. It was bad.
You didn't like it?
No, didn't like it. I just was like, man.
Would you say it's because you have a chip on your shoulder about Spider-Man?
No, I would say that's because like I feel bad the whole time he was sick, and I was like, you know what, Spider-Man should just stay home, get a blanket and some soup.
Some jobs you can't take a sick day, like reading comics.
Well, okay, maybe, but still, you know what, Spider-Man deserves a rest, man. If he wouldn't have answered the door, things would have been all right.
Nope, then Kane would have died on his doorstep. I like this issue a lot. There's been so much setup in the Spider-Man comics lately, and it's nice to see some of it's finally coming to fruition. And I love the reappearance of Ezekiel, a character from JMS's run back in the day.
So you didn't think it was weird that, like, the whole time he was fighting, I mean, he could barely get out of bed, and all of a sudden he puts on the suit, and he's like, all right, I can fight now.
It's like, say you have a wicked cold, but then, like, this girl calls, she's like, yo, Pete, you remember me? Pretend you're not married in this. Remember me? Let's go out on a wicked date. You would get your shit
I'd be like,
together.
listen, baby, no, I want to get it on with you right now, but I'm not feeling well. Yeah. I got a couple ladies I got to take care of, but I'll get to you. You're number 3. You're number 3 on my list.
Number 3? That's not a pickup line.
I don't know what to do.
You would shave your goatee into a little point, because that's how you wore it when you were single, and you would go out and make sweet Spider-Man love to that girl.
No, because I would be sick, and then she would be like, I don't want to catch what you got.
Pete, you're married. This is all ridiculous speculation. Right. Let's move on and talk about Magdalena number 2, one of your favorite books in the entire world.
Well, the reason I like this so much is because when we talked to Ron Mars back in C2E2,
he had a dream.
This was his project he wanted to work on. So that got me excited about, years and years when we first got to Top Cow. And now he's finally get to doing it. So I was like, all right, let's see the projects he's really.
You think he's sort of lazy for not doing it before?
No, he had so many other things going on. But now he's finally doing it, and I feel like this is a fantastic, cool series. You can tell there's a lot of heart behind it. It's cool. It's fun. It's a great look at Magdalena, the character.
The Catholic Church.
It's not a great look at inside. It kind of makes fun of it. But other than that, I just think it's a great story. Cool, kind of new take on the character, and it's a lot of action, a lot of stuff.
The character of a religious person.
The main character.
I like this book a lot as well. You really feel for the character throughout the whole thing.
And it's got a great pace to it. A lot of stuff happens every issue.
Real clean art, which is nice. That's definitely worth checking out if you aren't picking it up now. And it's really, after this issue, it sort of looks like the stakes are set, the deal's in place, and we're moving forward along the line. So definitely worth the pickup.
Definitely worth the pickup.
And finally, the Mad Hatter.
This
part
is
of Joker's Asylum.
Yeah, which is kind of a fun, Joker telling tales. Art alone is worth picking up this book. Fantastic. But also, it's kind of cool just to see the Mad Hatter become the Mad Hatter and have a fun kind of like art within art where he's like picking out hats and like.
Yeah, I love when people are like shopping for hats and just really doffing their chapeaus. It's just a great comic. Anytime a guy's putting a hat on. I like this comic a lot as well. I love the standalone issues because you get to see a nice short story.
Yep. One and done.
And this is a nice one. The art is fantastic. Mad Hatter, a character that this reminded me of sort of a darker take on the old Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Which I liked a lot. One of my favorite characters from Batman the Animated Series. So great to see him getting some due here. Not a lot of Batman in here, but I don't miss him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's focusing on the villain.
Yeah, which is fun, and plus it's great to see the Joker being crazy and doing his thing.
He spends a lot of time alone, so
he's a little guy. He's kind of crazy. Yeah.
But otherwise, also a good pickup. It's weird. A lot of these Joker's Asylum books seem to deal with the villains being in love and having a hard time with that. I know it's hard to be a villain in love. I'm sure you can tell us about that. when you're breaking
Don't
down.
try to bait me. Don't try to bait me into going off on these crazy rambles.
No, I'm not trying to bait you. I'm not. This isn't a
We all
grim
know
hunt.
the villains aren't really villains. They're just misunderstood heroes. That's all that is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This tape will later be put into evidence in Pete's criminal insanity trial.
Yeah, when you finally push me over the edge and then I try to kill you.
One of these days. One of these days.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. And comment below. We always read it. And we appreciate you guys watching our show. Tuesdays, if you're ever in New York City, we'd love to see you at our live show. It's a lot of fun. And that Zelvin guy is there.
That old Zalman guy. Lots of stuff in the works from Old Comic Book Club. So keep on watching.
Thanks, guys.